Hello, that's better. It's facing the wrong way. So today I've had a bit more of a chilled day. My back is still playing up from all the theme park days. So I've taken it as a sign and a signal to just kind of have a non-theme park day and just to chill and relax. Considering that I've got a busy day tomorrow as well, I need to kind of be back on top form for tomorrow. So having a bit more of a chilled one. So I'm currently at the pool, but I have forgot my sunglasses. They are back in the room and I could go back and get them, but frankly I'm quite comfy, and the hand is doing the trick. So down at the Cabana Bay pool. So I've come to the other pool that I normally seem to neglect when I'm staying here. I always go to the pool that has got the lazy river, for the main reason that it is just the closest and the most convenient. So this time I've come to the other pool, and found out today that there's a convenient walkway from one side of the hotel to the other side, where you don't have to go through the lobby and past all the shops and past everyone that is kind of checking in, and you're kind of walking through in your swim stuff. If you go to level 2, you can go kind of past the bowling alley and the gym and that sort of area, and it's generally a lot quieter. Hello Discord, hello. That's really convenient, and there's a walkway. You don't even have to go indoors and use the lift. There's a walkway from the Lazy River pool, and then that takes you up to level 2, walk all the way through, and then the walkway, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, somewhere over here, and it kind of snakes down and brings you literally down behind the bar of this one. So if I quickly turn the camera around, so it's in the side of Cabana where you've got like the 3 blocks, so 1 block, 2 block and 3rd block behind, and this is the one with the slide. So I think the slide is now closed. I can't see like a ride attendant at the top. And I'll probably say that this pool is bigger than the other one, even though it's kind of circular. It kind of goes in a crescent around, kind of like the diving board, like theming. So they're not actual dive boards. You can't jump off, the pool's not deep enough. But the theme of. And then this is also where you can rent out like your private cabanas. So there's cabanas all along this side and some more over that side. This is your bar over here, so you can get drinks and food from there. I also saw over in the corner there's like lawned areas and like games, so that's quite good for families and stuff. So today has been, how am I? I'm doing good, other than a sore back, and I think my back has literally just gone through the sheer amount of steps that I've done. So I've done almost 300 miles so far September. So I set myself a race at your pace challenge. So I've done the cycling. So I've done cycling about 4 months ago, I think it was now. I've done like 200 miles of cycling in a month. Then I tried to do the swimming 2 months ago, failed miserably at the swimming, just didn't have the time to do it. And you think, 10 miles of swimming is nothing. That's a lot of lengths. So I failed miserably at that one, didn't get my award, like my medal for that one. And then this month, because I'm over here for the majority of September, so I flew out on the 4th of September. So as of the 5th, I was like, right, you know what? This is the only time that I'm ever going to be able to achieve 300 miles, which is the highest medal that you can get for the walk-in on Race at Your Pace. So I set myself a challenge of 300, and I totted it up the other night, and I think I'm on something like 2:04 something. I think I was on. So I'm literally like, as of the other day, and that was a few days ago, like 60 miles short of 300 miles in a month. And that's not even been a full month yet. That was, yeah, like fair enough, we included like from the 1st to the 4th to kind of help me out. But yeah, I've done over, it's easy to say, I've done over 200 miles since I've been here already. The pool looks huge. It's pretty big, this one, and there's a fair few people in it. It's quite popular, this pool, compared to the other one. This does seem to be the one that most people come to by the looks of it. But yeah, there's plenty of room for everyone. Just going through the comments. Looks amazing. 300 miles this month, that's impressive. Yeah, almost there. Like my back is hating me. I've got a desk job normally, so my body is not used to this much. Like even just the standing up, so not even when I'm doing steps and the miles that I'm covering, even just being stood up in the queue lines, it is a killer. So my back is like, no, it's not liking it. Have you been bowling in the hotel? No, I know that you pay per hour, but I kind of need a bowling partner. It's a little bit boring on your own. So yeah, I need to kind of find someone to come bowling with me. My poor feet, I know. They're doing okay though. Good old Skechers. Skechers, honestly, the way forward. I could not do Florida holidays without a decent pair of Skechers. Lee and Tracy, hello. Oh no, Colin. So yeah, Colin's on the chat. So Colin was in the vlogs earlier on. He flew home earlier this week, so he did make it back safe. He booked through Thomas Cook, so there was a few days of uncertainty of not really knowing what was happening and what was going on, but Colin did get home safely. I'm trying to use my phone, it's still like the sun's glistening on the water. Let's sit this way. Standing gives you a sore back as well, yeah. See, that's the thing, like I don't think the walking is so much the problem, it's just the standing still. I need to rest up for next weekend. I do indeed. The weekender, I cannot wait. I literally cannot wait. Hi theme partner. Yeah, Skechers, honestly, every year when I come to Florida, I always buy 2 brand new pairs of Skechers from the outlets, and they essentially I wear them in over the course of the year, and then they are what get me through the next year, like the next Florida trip, because they've, yeah, not that I've really had a problem with Skechers rubbing or anything like that, but again, if they're worn in and your feet are used to them, it definitely helps. Drinking my Florida beer. So we went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and Colin found a Floridian beer. I think it's called Funky Buddha, something like that. And he loved this beer. It was just like, oh my god, that's amazing. So he managed to find it at Walmart, and literally before he went, there was apparently on the Walmart website, it even tells you what aisle number to go down. So he went and tracked down this beer, and there was literally three cases of it left. So he bought all 3 cases. I don't know how many Colin flew back with, but he's managed to get some home by the looks of it, because he's sat at home drinking it as we currently speak. Oh no, Discord. Okay, that's good news then. That's good news. So yeah, Thomas Cook, it's such sad news. I work in the travel industry, so yeah, even though obviously it's not the company that I work for or have been with for the last past 5 years. It's still kind of sad because you kind of work alongside these different companies, and even though it doesn't directly impact you, it's not your job, and it's not something that directly affects you. It affects people that you work with, and like hats off to Virgin for the amount that they've gone over and above. Like even the flight that Colin was on, he was saying that the Virgin staff gave up time off to come in, kind of do the flights to make sure that people were getting home safely, and it was like an open bar. And I know Virgin have also opened up like recruitment for the kind of like for the, I don't know what you call them now, but stewardesses and air stewards, and so hats off to Virgin. They've been absolutely amazing with the Thomas Cook, not just the customers but also the staff. Okay, best food you have had this holiday? I've had so much good food out here. Meal wise, has to go to Longhorns. Longhorns was amazing. I was really looking forward to going to Mythos the other day, so Colin and I went on his last full day. I felt a little bit let down by Mythos, just it wasn't to the standard that it's been previous years. But yeah, Longhorns, the ribs, so good. And there was so much food, I ended up bringing it back. And made like a pulled pork sandwich. So I've got like bread and everything in my room to kind of make sandwiches and everything to kind of keep the cost down. And come back and made a pulled pork sandwich. It was amazing. Oh no, it happened on your first trip with the kids. We booked with Travel City Direct and then they went bust. Travel City Direct was who I used to book through actually. So yeah, I remember that happening. It doesn't matter how long before you go that it happens, it's still devastating, because obviously you book a holiday in good faith with the company and then all of a sudden it's all the uncertainty of where you stand and whether you're going, whether you get money back. Pizza fries. No, the pizza fries were a letdown. Look, they were okay. They filled a hole, but they weren't anything amazing. They were just, I don't know. I know they're a staple food icon for Halloween Horror Nights, but they weren't that great. What's the most exciting thing you have done this holiday so far? Most exciting? Most of the time I've been in the park, so I've dedicated a lot of time to doing the Universal this holiday. I've only just started kind of dedicating a little bit more time to Disney. Most amazing thing. I think that is going to come tomorrow. The surprise that is coming tomorrow, I think, is going to be the highlight of the trip. But so far, probably Hagrid's. We literally, first full day that we were here, Jenny and I were like, right, let's just get in the queue for park opening. And that first ride coming off of Hagrid's, and we're just both beaming from ear to ear. It was amazing. Hi Ben, hello. Okay, top 3 houses, Halloween Horror Nights. Graveyard Games is my favourite. I'm not going to do any spoilers, but the end of Graveyard Games, and there's also sections in there that like I find it quite hard to get scared, especially with kind of the long conga lines that kind of go through the houses. It's literally a continuous stream of people. You can kind of see where like the scares are coming from, and there's like little things like trapdoors and loud sounds that like might make me jump but don't necessarily scare me, if that makes sense. Graveyard games, I get scared in there. So that's got to be my top. And then the next two, followed by Yeti. So I was literally the last person to go through the Yeti house the other day. No one behind me. And yeah, it was literally just me and my friend Paul, and we kind of got not separated from the group in front. They were still there, but it wasn't like the normal rush to get everyone through the house. So we got a little bit separated from the group ahead, and we were literally getting all the scares. And I spent most of the time kind of looking backwards to make sure that they weren't following me or going to get me from behind. And where I was spending so much time kind of looking backwards, they were then poised and ready for me when I did turn around. So Yeti the other night was, so much fun, but so scary as well. And it was kind of fun seeing like the cast member. She was sticking back, like hanging back, but a few times I did see her say, right, that's it for the night, and she'd be like high-fiving a Yeti. So that was quite cool. And then third to that is probably gonna go to I reckon Monsters. I was going to go Stranger Things, but I think this year's house, for me personally, I've only done it the once, but this year's house didn't top last year's. So I enjoyed it for its theming. But yeah, like, I think last year's house had it on top of this house. Personally, that's my thoughts for this year. Whereas the Monsters house, just like how you go through each section, and each section's got its own unique theme for that monster, and it's so well done. There's some good scares in there as well, which you don't see coming. So yeah, probably third is Monsters. So first, Graveyard Games, second, Yeti, third, Universal Monsters. Let's see, I'm just catching up. Thought you'd already done it, unless it's the same thing. So no, the surprise is tomorrow. So I'm heading out to NASA tomorrow with Wandering Apple. So that hand's not even helping. So yeah, heading out to NASA tomorrow with Wandering Apple. They've been absolutely amazing with me. They're like, yeah, we've got the car, so come and join us, because I was going to hire a car. And yeah, heading out to NASA, and then following that, we're in the area for doing the surprise. So it's something that I've always wanted to do. Well, I'll say always. I found out about it like 2-3 years ago, before my first solo trip. I can hear a helicopter somewhere. Can't see it though. And yeah, never been able to get around to doing it because of either the lunar cycles or basically being on my own and not wanting to drive all that way on my own. So getting to do it tomorrow, which I cannot wait. Hi Jenny. Hello. When arriving at the airport in Orlando, was it busy through passport control? It was when I landed, for the simple reason that I was literally on the first flight out of Gatwick after the hurricane, so my flight was jam-packed, and it also landed like 5 minutes after Jenny's flight, which was another full flight from Manchester she flew from. So literally 2 like 747s jam-packed full of people, literally, yeah, however many passengers is that, I don't know how many they take, but literally all converging on passport control at the same time. But I do have to say it did move relatively quickly, so there was a lot of people, but the line did keep on moving. They done a good job of yeah, getting everyone through as quickly as possible. Have I done any Halloween Horror Night houses solo? That's scary. I haven't this year, but I have in previous years, and yeah, it's a different experience when you don't know anyone that you're going through the house with, so you can't just suddenly like grab hold of someone like, ah! So yeah, I've not done any this year, but I'm sure I'll head back in at some point. I can't go in tonight because my ticket doesn't include Saturdays, but yeah, I will be heading back in at some point, so I expect I will do a house on my own at some point. Yeah, Monsters was so good, so good. Top scare zone. Okay, quite like, oh, there's quite a few good ones this year. I like Zombieland, Double Tap. The only thing I would say is because it's a large area to cover, there's not so much crammed in like scares, but because of that they blend into the crowd quite well, so all of a sudden like they'll just come out of the crowd and like, oh, I thought you were a normal like person, like theme park goer, but no, they're a zombie, or someone like holding a frying pan thinking that you're a zombie. And also they've got some portaloos in the Zombieland area, and one of the first nights I was going through, kind of walked past and I saw someone ahead of me get scared. Someone jumped out, like a zombie jumped out of the end portaloo, like the furthest one away. Then all of a sudden, like I'm filming and I've kind of gone past and then they've jumped out like the first one on me. So yeah, that's good. And also the Vikings one, not so much for the theming, but I think whatever scare zone they put there, because it's in the narrow area where you walk between like Mel's Drive-In like into Springfield, because it's a narrow confined area, the scares work a lot better, and like the people on the stilts always look amazing. Yeah, and the scare zone as you walk into the park, like so past Despicable Me and Shrek, that just looks amazing with the lights and like the girls on the stilts wearing the sort of the like neon Ray-Ban type glasses, looks amazing. And also Rob Zombie is a little bit different this year. It's not such a scary scare zone, like it's all based on one of his albums as far as I'm aware. I wasn't even aware of Rob Zombie before this. It's not my type of music, but from what people have said, it's all based on one album of his, so that's pretty cool.
Bob said we can keep it.
Discot. Wait, lunar cycle, it's a new moon. I know there is a Northern Lights active in Scotland. Oh wow, that would be amazing to see the Northern Lights. I don't think I'll get to see the Northern Lights down here, but something to do with the night sky and the stars, kind of. That's not the main reason that we go in, but it is a nighttime thing. You do get to see, on a clear night, you do get to see the Milky Way, so that would be pretty cool, because I've never seen that. Like, yeah, but being away from so much light pollution, and if there's no cloud, fingers crossed, we will get to see the Milky Way, so that's pretty cool. Such tension around the surprise. Literally just wait 24, well, just over 24 hours, and then you'll know what the surprise is. Ben, what are you moaning about? What's that mean? What have I missed? Let me know what I've missed. It's just us. It's not a closed group. This is like live on Facebook. It's going out to everyone. No, it's just it's not secret. It's just a little surprise that I've kind of wanted to do for a while now, and it will be kind of nice to just go, this is what I've done and this is what I thought, because I don't want it to be one of those things where I big it up and it's going to be amazing and then I get there and it's just a bit rubbish. So but we will see. Short fuse films, yes. Yes. Hey from Gatwick, Nathan, you're on your way. Definitely up for the Universal Day. I'll be around that day if you you don't mind another one for Universal. I'll tag along and then do Halloween Horror Nights and try and also get like a Disney day in there as well. That would be awesome. Lisa, have I ever done an airboat ride? No, but I have got one booked for this trip, going down to Boggy Creek. So yeah, I think it's just over an hour from like Universal, so it shouldn't be too bad. I've got like a car at the end of the trip, so the last 12 days got a car, so it will come at that part, like that point in the trip. And Colin also done the same airboat ride earlier on in the trip, and he managed to see a fair amount of wildlife, including getting up close to quite a big crocodile. Is Pandora a hint? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. See, people are onto me. In a proper dark sky, the Milky Way is stunning. Honestly, I cannot wait to see it. I am going to take the GoPro. I've been warned that it's probably going to be useless. You're probably not going to be able to capture anything, but I'm going to take it just in case. Otherwise, I'd be kicking myself if other people have like successfully managed to take footage of the trip and I've just not bothered taking mine. So I will be taking the camera, but it might just come out as black, like just pitch black. We will see. Top tips to get over jet lag when flying home. So the way that I do it is this year is going to be a little bit different because I land back on a Saturday morning, but I literally just try and get back into work as soon as possible. So the way that I've done it in previous years, so I've landed back on say like a midweek, and I've literally just gone straight back into work the next day, 9 o'clock, back in the office, back on normal time. The day that you land, the way that I tend to do it is the day that you land, have a power nap. So literally have a 3-hour nap, set an alarm, and when that alarm goes off, as hard as it is to get yourself up, just push on through it, get up, crack back on with your day, eat at normal times, regular times. So even if you don't feel like eating, try and sit down and have like an evening meal, and then yeah, go to bed at normal time. This year what I've done, because I land back on a Saturday, I've got friends that we're planning a meet up in London, and they're very much aware that I'll be flying home from Florida that day, but they've arranged it for the Saturday that I land. They're like, you're going to be in London anyway, because I was going to be transferring on trains, but now Ben, thank you Ben, is going to come and pick me up from the airport. So we're going into London for the day. So after, I'm not very good at like sleeping on planes, so I've probably not slept at all. I'm literally going to be flying back in and going straight into London. So yeah, that's probably my top tips, is just to kind of get back into the routine as quickly as possible. As hard as it is, and as much as you just want to sleep, the longer that you can keep yourself up and get yourself back into that UK time zone, the quicker you will get back to normal. The way that I find it is it's about a week that you're kind of like in zombie mode for, and you're just so tired and just want to sleep. After that week, once that first weekend comes, and just have a chilled weekend, nap as much as you want to, don't do anything that's too too energetic, just chill, and then that next week you're then fine. Where did we get up to? So tomorrow's one take vlog where I discuss the surprise. I will, however, it's going to be very late that I'm back, so the vlog might be a little bit, not delayed going up, but it might not be ready for like morning your time. So if I think I get back to, I'm probably going to get back to the Cabana Bay for about, I reckon 2-3 a.m. in the morning, and then by the time I've backed up the content, edited the one take and highlights, then uploaded it, it's probably going to be 10 o'clock your time, I reckon, like 10 a.m, 10 a.m. in the morning. But yeah, I'll let you know what it is. Make sure you take lots of mosquito repellent. Yeah. I think I've got some. I think I have got some with me actually. I've not had to use it this trip so far, but I have packed it, I think, and I've got some like mosquito bands as well. I was really bad this year. I bought loads of stuff before I went, so I was all organised and all prepared. But essentially, where I was kind of like wrapping up my job and also doing freelance work as well, like I literally left packing until the day that I left for the airport, so it was manic. Like Ben can tell you like how stressed I was. I was like thinking that I was over the weight limit, which I was. I had to reshuffle everything when I got to the airport, put some heavier stuff in my hand luggage, so it was mad rush. So I'm not ever leaving my packing until the day that I leave the airport ever again. But yeah, if that is one of the things that I have managed to pack, I've definitely bought it. I hope that I've packed it. If not, I'll go get some. Do I have my DSLR with me? No, I did bring it with me last year, and I never used it. It's just so heavy that I'm just like, when you're actually over here, I'm like, I cannot face taking that and carrying that around the parks with me all day. So I've not brought it with me this time, although there's been a few occasions where I'm just like, wow, I wish that I had my SLR with me, but no, I've not got it this time, unfortunately. When am I going to be on the UUOP, like the podcast? I have recorded one with Lee and Tracy, recorded it earlier this month. All I can say is stay tuned. Stay tuned, yeah, to the podcast. Keep on listening and I will pop up. Yeah, so exactly what Jenny said as well. Like Jen does exactly the same. She tries to stay up and then goes to bed normal time. G7X, look up on YouTube how to do long exposure photos. I have got the G7X. It's just a case of making the shutter speed longer. The only thing that I would say is with long shutter speeds, you've got to have like a stable, you've got to have a stable base, so like the camera can't move too much. What I am going to be on isn't going to be a stable base, so I will give it a go, but they might all come out blurry, but we will see. I'll try my best. Hi Ben. There you go. A week on Tuesday, episode 370. I still can't believe it. Like, after listening to like the UUOP for so many years, it was so bizarre. Like, I'm so used to hearing like Lee and Tracy's voice, and like not responding back, just being passive and listening. So it was so bizarre doing the podcast and having a conversation. So I'm very excited. I am very, very excited. Yeah. When you get back from Florida, will you be doing any home vlogs? So I've got loads of content to get through. So I'm out here in Florida this time for 6 weeks. I'm going to have 6 weeks worth of content to get through. Still haven't got around to editing last year's. So last year's trip was 3 weeks. So I've got all that content, but then that was also the time that I was going through like quite a difficult time, and I'd literally just split up with Rob, and Rob come out on the trip, so that was a little bit not necessarily awkward, but I don't know if I necessarily want to go back through that content, or if I do, like how much of it that I want to kind of share. But there was some amazing things that I ended up doing on last year's trip, like doing the Starflyer for the first time, and like Ashley and Emma, we managed to get Ashley to go on the Starflyer, and he watched us go up, and we come back down and we were like, oh, it's amazing, it's absolutely amazing. And then he managed to go on, and I was like, you'll be fine, once you get up there you'll be fine. And he sat on the seat behind me. I remember like looking around to see if he was all right. He looked petrified. He was absolutely hating it. So, oh my God, I felt so bad, but I was also laughing so much. So yeah, like I've got some amazing sort of highlights and memories like that. So I probably will get around to editing last year's content as well, but it might just be like highlights of the trip rather than doing like a daily vlog. I don't know, I'll have a think about it, but I'm more than likely to probably start editing this year's content first, and then next year, where I'm not planning on coming back, I say I'm not planning on coming back, we will see. I always say that, I'm like, no, I'm gonna have a year off, no, and then yeah, I know that it's coming around to like September time and everyone's going, and it's like start looking at how much it's going to be and how much the flights are, and so we will see. Plus I need to get Ben out here, so so yeah, in terms of like home vlogs, so obviously Florida is probably going to take priority because I've already got the content there, and then yeah, I'm hoping to do a little bit more UK content as well, hence the name, The British Life, and I'm really bad at actually doing UK content, so that is kind of the plan, but obviously Florida is going to take priority because I've already got the content sat there. What film is showing in the pool tonight? So tonight is Madagascar. So anyone who's not aware, the Universal hotels, Universal on-site hotels, so I don't think that Endless Summer does it, they show a film every night at the pool. So like a projection screen is put up, and they show either a Universal or DreamWorks show. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that tonight is Madagascar. One highlight was watching Back to the Future in the pool. That would be amazing. My highlight from last year, well, there's quite a few highlights, but one of the highlights that I could not wait to do again this year was the poolside screenings, and it was Jurassic Park. It was amazing. It was so good. Literally sat there in my pool float, eating my Mickey's Not So Scary candy. Oh, it was so good. Discot, go on the Starflyer, it's amazing. It is so good. It's so good. And anyone who's scared of like the chains are literally the thickness of the top of my little finger. They are tiny, but they're stress tested, and I don't know how many tons that they can take, but they can take essentially the weight of like a car, like, so it's fine. Discot, as much as Dell, Ashley didn't scream. He wasn't a screamer like Dell is, but he looked absolutely terrified. I think he did actually go back on it. I think he did go back on, and he enjoyed it more the second time, but he was still like, no, never again, not doing that. Ben, this year's content is far better. Is that because you're in it? 2021 will be much better. Okay, guys, you've heard it here and now. Ben has said that we are coming back 2021. It's good to have you back. Thank you, Lisa. Honestly, it's so good to be back. Like, taking a break from YouTube wasn't something that like I wanted to do, and I missed it so much. Like, it's my creative outlet, and it's opened so many kind of like doors, and I've met so many like new friends from doing it. So I knew it was something that if I had to take a break, it was literally just going to be a break and not forever. So I do kind of feel that I'm kind of in a better place now. So things are a little bit more stable. My job is still kind of up in the air, so I'm focusing more on freelance. Where I got made redundant at the start of the year, the position that I'm currently in, well, kind of in, is only for a short term. They just keep on extending it, hence why I was able to do 6 weeks out here this time, because yeah, I'm essentially my own boss. So I'm kind of picking and choosing the work that I do, which is amazing, but it also brings a lot of uncertainty with it, and also the living situation. I'm currently living in my nan's house, where she's had to move into her nursing home. We're taking on like the bills and maintenance for the family, but we're also now in a position where we are going to have to sell the house to fund my nan's nursing home fees, which I was hoping to be in a position to be able to buy it. But I can't afford a mortgage. I can't get a mortgage on my own for the house in its entirety. So unfortunately, we're going to have to sell the house, because I can't get a part mortgage. That was one avenue I looked into. And all the time that my nan is in nursing home, essentially it is impossible for me to get a mortgage on just part of the property, even if it's like majority share. Can't do it. So there's still a lot of uncertainty to come, so I can't guarantee that I will be able to achieve like a vlog every week, but I'd like to aim to do that. I'd like to be able to get back on a regular basis and yeah, get sharing the content, because it's amazing to go through these memories. This is one of the highlights of being like a YouTube content creator. It's like a lot of people take photos on their holidays. For like YouTube content creators, obviously they're going through and they're documenting their holidays to literally the next level. So not only is it a photo that like evokes memories, but it's like the sounds and like little things that just happen like impromptu in kind of the background, that you're like, oh, never even like couldn't even remember that happened until you watch it back. So it is amazing to have these memories, and even though they're sat on a hard drive and I can go through them at any point, it's just easy to kind of forget about all the little moments that are hidden in there. So by going through and editing, yeah, it's almost like reliving your holiday and dedicating time every week to kind of find that little bit of happiness and just going, oh my god, that was an amazing holiday. I can sit back now, the sun's gone in. So yeah, it's amazing. I definitely want to get back to editing as often as I possibly can. So yeah, I'm not going to hold myself to doing a weekly vlog, but we will see. I'll definitely be uploading more than I was before this trip. So hi Keith, thank you. It's good to be back. It is really good to be back. Trying to get Tracy on the Starflyer. She won't do it. I can see why people won't. I can honestly see, but it's really not that bad. It's not that bad. It's really not. This is coming from the person that the first time I went on the Hulk, I cried. So I used to have like a real fear of roller coasters, and so much so that the first time that I come to Florida, I researched every single roller coaster, and I kind of knew every turn and every loop, and watched the POVs God knows how many times. And the first time that we went on the Hulk, I knew about the launch, I knew it was coming, and we're halfway up and I'm starting to cry. I'm trying to calm myself down, but I'm starting to cry. And yeah, Rob looked across at me and he was like, what is wrong with you? We've got ages to go. And I literally, with that, I went, no, we haven't, and we launched. But it's only through basically pushing my limits and pushing my boundaries that I've got onto roller coasters like the Hulk. And even like last year when I come, I was still facing my fears, like doing what's it called, the drop tower at Busch Gardens, Falcon's Fury. So I don't do drop towers, I'm not a fan of them. Even like Tower of Terror, I only done that for the first time 2 years ago, and that's because Colin and Rob dragged me on it, like thanks to them too. And it still scares me. When I went on it again this year with Colin, I was nervous before. He was like, you're fine, and I was like, oh. And literally in the photo, like right in front of me on the ride, there's a handle. Colin was like, you are not holding on. So literally in the photo, I'm literally just like holding on to myself. But it is good. It's such a good ride. And the same with Falcon's Fury. Like, honestly, the worst part is as you get to the top and it turns you in. That is the worst part. The drop is over in seconds, and it's such an adrenaline rush that when you get to the bottom, you're like, I want to do it again. So yeah, a lot of these rides aren't as bad as what they are, like you kind of hype them up to be. Yeah. Jenny, you're more than welcome. It was my honour to be your Starflyer partner. I've got the footage of Jenny as well. Like, we've done it twice, so if you pay for 2 flights, essentially like you pay for your first flight and then your second flight is discounted. So straight off the bat, like we were like, right, we're going to do 2 flights. And yeah, so we done the 2 flights. First flight, we went up, my GoPro'd frozen, like it crashed, and I was like, no! Trying to literally sort my GoPro out. God knows how high it is, however many feet high. I was like, no, and we've come back down to the ground. I haven't managed to sort it out. We're literally going up for the second one, and I've managed to get like the battery compartment open, and literally pulled the battery out, popped it back in as we're going up for the second flight. And then I've managed to get footage of Jenny like on the second flight, not the first flight, and got her to do like no hands as well. I'm a big fan of doing the no hand challenge, so roller coasters, I'm like, no hands. The only one that I can't do that on, the one that I failed miserably on every single time, is Manta. And I think what it is because it's only like a lap bar that you get on Manta, and it's not even lap like up to your tummy lap. It just kind of holds your legs in, so your bum still comes out the seat. It's absolutely terrifying. And that first drop, you can't see like the coaster where it goes because it just drops and it's gone. Is there anything in Orlando that you really want to do that you have never done? There's so much stuff. Each time that I come over here, I try and do something a bit different. So So I've done like the quad biking and hot air balloon, done Clearwater, done Florida Keys, done Miami, gone to like a basketball game, obviously done NASA and doing a NASA again this trip, like Cocoa Beach. So each time that I come I try and do something different. So this trip, obviously tomorrow, I don't know if you've asked this question to see if I'll trip up on what tomorrow is, but tomorrow is definitely one of those things. Also this trip, the airboat ride. So that's something that I've always wanted to do and never managed to do. And also going to do like a helicopter ride at the end of the trip, so that's amazing. I couldn't decide what area to do. Like I wanted to do Universal, that was my thing, but it would also be amazing to see Disney. So Jason, who I am finishing the trip with, essentially made the decision and was like, right, we're doing both. So that was amazing. Yeah, that's to come later on in the trip. Obviously swam with manatees before. That was like, Steph and Dave, thank you for arranging that. That was amazing. That's still like one of the best highlights of Florida that I've ever done, is swimming with manatees. Yeah, I'd love to spend more time in Clearwater. Clearwater is absolutely stunning, so I'd love to kind of venture more that way and spend a bit more time that way. And again, like Sea Screamer was amazing, and it's like being part of like groups like It's Orlando Time. You find out all about these like random things that you can do outside the parks that you didn't even know existed. So yeah, there's loads, there's always loads, there's loads of stuff to do out here. What do you hold on to whilst on the Starflyer? So you've got the chains, which are literally the thickness of the top of my little finger. So you've kind of got each seat, even though there's like 2 seats, each seat kind of has 4 of those chains, so 2 at the front, 2 at the back. So you kind of hold on to them if you want to, or you've got like a little lap bar, so almost like the old-fashioned fairground rides where you've got like a metal bar that goes up on the chains and you have to kind of lift it up to get in and out, and then you pull it down, and then it's got like a strap that is attached to that bar, and then it clips into your seat, so you can't essentially slip forward. So you can hold on to that bar if you like. But yeah, there's no big harness or restraints or anything substantial to kind of hold on to, but there are things that you can hold on to if you feel more safe and secure holding on. Or just do what I do, just stick your arms out and just enjoy it, just feel like you're flying. Just do a like Jack on Titanic. Oh no, short fuse films, honestly, like it's so expensive, like funding nursing home fees, it's crazy. It's like £1,000 per week. Like how do they warrant that amount of money to look after someone? It's crazy amounts, but because it's like a loved one, you pay it. You have to pay it. You can't neglect them and say, no, I'm not paying that, I don't think that's worth it. Yeah, so sorry to hear that. It does suck, it really sucks. Wow, Discot, you have all like videos of your holiday since 1999. Wow. It's getting windy here. Just holding down the rubber ring, it just almost flew away. Being in the vlogs is an added bonus. You're cute, Ben, you're cute. My smile is coming back, yeah. Tower Terror is amazing. It is literally one of the few rides that I still like. It gets my heart racing and I get scared of. And it sounds silly, it is literally just kind of drops, but that is my thing, like the feeling of being dropped. That is what scares me. Put me on a roller coaster, put me upside down, as many inversions as you like, I'm fine with it. Oh, Jacob, thanks Jenny. It is Mako. It is Mako that is the one that I can't do the no hand challenge on. Yeah, Manta is the inverted one, isn't it? It's the one where you climb the hill and you're on your front. Oh, Keith, my wife Lisa adores you. Thank you. Say hello to Lisa. Yeah, Manta is one of the most intense roller coasters I've been on. Yeah, the G-forces are crazy. Manta, the first ever time that I went on Manta, I had a panic attack. So I'd never been on an inverted roller coaster before, not even like Air or Galactica at everyone's yelling the name at me, Alton Towers. Never even been on those before, and it was by far the biggest roller coaster I'd done at that point. So it's my first Florida trip, and yeah, I'd done the Hulk before going to SeaWorld, and yeah, and then going on Manta, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this. And I've never backed out of a queue, so once I'm in the queue, that's it, I'm going, I'm riding it. And I've got on, and the part where it inverts you and all your weight is on that harness and you're facing down to the floor. We've left the kart station and the floor is getting like further and further away. You're climbing higher and higher and higher, and I literally just had a panic attack. Like, tears were streaming from my eyes. Like, I think it was part of the thing, like my weight being on my chest, but I felt like I couldn't breathe, and literally doing like loops and inverted rolls. Oh my god, it was terrifying. So I literally didn't do any other rides that day. So it was like the first ride that we went on, because it's the first one that you see when you come in the park. Didn't do any other rides that day. So I then went back last year for the first time. I was like, right, I can do this now. Been on quite a few big ones at Busch Gardens, I can do this, and I was fine, and I absolutely loved it. But that inverted roll, like, oh my god, the G-force on your chest, like, it hurts. It hurts. It is amazing though, it's absolutely amazing. Bye Jen, bye 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 bye. Ben, I'm not even replying to that comment. Silly. So glad that you're having a lovely time. Keep smiling. Thank you, Jason and Claire. I have missed you this trip. When I went into Hollywood Studios the other day and I went on the Alien Swirling Saucers, I was like, oh, like, this is where I found Jason and Claire last year. And stood outside Slinky Dog. Remember that? I literally just got my camera out to start vlogging about being on Slinky Dog for the first time, and then Jason and Claire literally appeared from the background. I was like, hello! That is one of the amazing things about being in sort of the community that I'm in with doing like Florida vlogs. You just go around the park and you bump into like people that you know. It's amazing, and everyone's so lovely. So yeah, Jason and Claire, you are missed this year. Volcano Bay is still the place I have my eye on. Yeah, can't see the volcano from here, but it's literally just over there. It is an amazing water park, it's amazing. Favourite show and attraction that isn't a roller coaster? I love Turtle Talk and the Crush at Epcot. I think it's got to be the Lion King, Festival of the Lion King. Animal Kingdom. That was the first thing that I'd done at Disney. Straight into Animal Kingdom was the first park, and that was my first fast pass, was Festival of the Lion King. I love it. I say it time and time again. The quality of the production is on par with, if not better than, the West End musicals, because they do acrobats, they do like the fire sort of displays, and I was going to say fire eating, but I don't know if he does actually like eat the fire, but it is amazing. Absolutely love the show, and they've changed it slightly this year, so they still stayed true to like the original show and still kept like the best bits in there, but they have updated it slightly, which it was so good. You did a bunny swing in New Zealand. What's a bunny swing? That was a drop. Is it a bit like a bungee, but are you going on the Disney gondolas? I believe they're up and running now. So the other day when I went there, they were running continuously, but without any passengers on them. So they were stress testing them. Apparently it'd been going for nearly a week, just seeing like if everything was running and it could cope. And then yesterday, I think it was yesterday that I was there, it looked like there was people on them, so hopefully, fingers crossed, the next trip that I'm going to do is going to be Hollywood Studios, so that is one of the parks that you can pick it up from. So yeah, definitely gonna try and go on the Disney gondolas if I can. Jason and Claire, maybe next year, although I'm not planning on coming next year. Maybe, we'll see, but no, at the moment the plan is not to come next year and to come 2021, because it's 50th year of Walt Disney World and Tron is going to be open. Tron is going to be amazing, but then that does also mean missing out on Halloween Horror Nights 30, so I don't know. Oh, bungee. Okay, Discord, I could never do a bungee jump. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Wouldn't be able to jump, and even if someone pushed me off, I would hate them for the rest of my life. Like, I couldn't do it. What's been your favourite day out there so far? Favourite day? It's been really nice when I've met up with like multiple people in the park. So there was a day when, there's been a few days actually, when like Jenny was with me and we met up with like people that I've never met before, but I know through having like Instagram or Twitter or through YouTube. So that's been really nice to kind of meet new people and just kind of gather people as you go along. Like, you just bump into people and you're like, come and join us. So that's been really nice. And then the other day, we've done the parks with Colin and my friends that are also out here. So bricklaying with Steve and Alex, they have a channel, but it is Steve and his wife Chris that are out here, so they're really good friends that I know aside from YouTube. So yeah, their last day is Sunday, like they fly home Sunday, so I'm gonna spend Sunday morning with them. So yeah, honestly the best days are when I know I'm on a solo trip, but the best days are when it's spent with other people. So yeah. Ben, I've just realised you're at work. Why are you watching me at work? What are my thoughts on Galaxy's Edge? I am not a Star Wars fan, but I was blown away by Galaxy's Edge, so I can imagine anyone who is a Star Wars fan is going to find it absolutely amazing. And Smuggler's Run, I laughed so much from beginning to end, had so much fun on Smuggler's Run, and I was the engineer, so I was one of the seats at the back, so it sits 6 people, so I think it goes pilots and then like gunners, I don't know what they call them, but essentially the people that like keep on pressing the buttons to shoot, and then the engineers at the back that are fixing all the problems when you crash into stuff. So I was one of the engineers, and you kind of sit sideways so that like the seat faces forward, but all the buttons and controls are on the side, so you spend most of the time looking at the side rather than looking forward to see what is going on. But I had so much fun, so much fun. It was amazing. So that's, yeah, definitely on my list to go back and do that before I go home. Bye, Jason and Claire. See you later. I almost went and got a frozen Coke the other day. I thought of you two, so yeah, I'll definitely go get one of those before the end of the trip. I'll have one for you. What's better, Flight of Passage or Hagrid's? So they're two completely different rides, so it's really hard to compare them, but based on how you feel when you come off, I have to say Hagrid's has got it. For the pure reason that I've done Hagrid's, how many times have I done Hagrid's now? Five times, maybe 6 times, and you still come off beaming from ear to ear. And Flight Passage is amazing, and you do come off with this sense of wow, but you almost know what is coming, whereas Hagrid's is just pure adrenaline from start to finish. And launches, I love launch coasters, and there's so many launches in there. I'm not going to ruin it, but yeah, it's quite a long coaster, and for people that have never been on the ride before, you don't see a lot of the stuff coming that actually happens. One of the times that I went on it was single rider, and I sat alongside this girl that had never been on it before. She's not a fan of roller coasters, her friends dragged her on it, and it was so funny. It was so funny, like literally watching her, like she was screaming all the way around. She had fun, I think she had fun at the end, but there's a part where she thought it was all over, and oh no, it was not over. It's amazing, it's so good. Zoe, can you give a shout out to Lisa Rees? Hello. Hi, Lisa. Simon and Lisa, hello. Hello. Yeah, Disco, like honestly, it's amazing. It's such a good ride. It's by far the best ride at Universal now, by far. So I think it's going to be one of those that the wait times, even after all the hype has kind of dropped off, it is still going to be one of those rides where it's, yeah, the wait time is going to be the highest in the park, because it's deserving of it. It is an amazing roller coaster. Thank you, Simon and Lisa. Yeah, having an amazing time. Absolutely amazing. It's really good. My phone keeps on telling me that I've got a low battery, so I am gonna have to, yeah, cut the live stream short. I thought I'd do a live stream today because I've literally not left the hotel, and yeah, I've not really got any highlights, so I thought I'd just do this now, and then yeah, when I go back to the room, I'm literally going to be getting ready for tomorrow, because I'm going to be out of the hotel literally. Well, we've not really made a plan for what time. I need to contact the boys actually and see what time they want to leave. But yeah, it's going to be a long day, so I need to make sure that batteries are all good and all charged, and need to take a change of clothes as well. That might be another clue for anyone that is still trying to guess what tomorrow is going to be. But yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, it's crazy late back in the UK, so get to sleep, everyone. Sleep well, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on tomorrow's vlog. Yeah, I can't wait for tomorrow. Thank you guys, see you later. Oh, by the way, thanks Greg, thank you. You're very welcome. You're welcome. See you later, guys. Bye.